Okay, so we have been working from last 2 days with the container technology. Okay, and we have seen the Docker. Okay, and how Docker is working. Like now, with the help of Docker, how do you launch the containers? Okay, and now you should be able to define what is a container, what is an image. Okay, so can we create a can we run multiple containers? Okay, can we create multiple images? Where do we store the image? Okay, and how do you prepare a custom image? Okay, and to prepare a custom image, what do we need to do? So we have to prepare a Docker file. Okay, and in a Docker file we are seeing some keywords. Okay, with these keywords we will prepare a Docker image like from, run, add, cmd, entry point and all. Okay, and once we create a custom image, we need to store them in some location, so kind of a repository. So we use the Docker Hub as our repository and we push there. But one more thing, guys, we can create our private Docker registries as well. Private Docker registry, nothing but instead of using the docker.io Docker Hub. Okay, so we can set up our own. But the thing is, to set up that, you should have a SSL certificate with you. SSL certificate with you, nothing but you have to create the public domain. Okay, so that I don't have it right now with me. I mean, see, it typically you will be graded with your company. Okay, like HTTPS certificate, guys. What I'm trying to say is, if you have a HTTPS SSL certificate, okay, then we can launch the Docker Hub, because the Docker Hub, the private Docker Hub works only with HTTPS. So with HTTP it will not work. So even you try to set up the private Docker Hub also, it will not work. We cannot access it. Okay, I already tried that, the private one. It didn't work with IP address. It works with the domain and the SSL certificate. So let's use the Docker Hub, whatever is the Docker is provided. So that's what we used yesterday, and we pushed a couple of Docker files as well into my account repository. Okay, so we have pushed something like Apache yesterday, if you remember, you can see the date, 1 day ago. Okay, and you know how to pull as well. So we pull a Fedora image as well, right? So this is all about the Docker technology. Now you know the technology. Now next thing is how to implement this technology for our application. Okay, so lead app is our application. You are well aware of what is lead app application. Okay, which is having a front end, the back end. Okay, in the front end you deploy Java application. Okay, with the help of a JVM and a Tomcat application server, and you deploy a war file over there. So you know all those steps. Okay, you did that deployment manually, you did the deployment with the scripting, you did the deployment with the chef. Okay, now we are going to repeat the same thing with the help of the Docker containers. Okay, so how to do that? So let me go back to the our yesterday's. I think this is the one. No, not this one, guys. Yeah, I think this is what the VM yesterday which you're working. IP address, IPA. What is the IP address? 192.168. Oh, this is the one. Copy. '80. Yeah, 80. So yesterday we launched the Apache container. If you wanted to know the container, just run sudo docker ps. You can see the container is running on 80 port and 5000 port also. So two containers are running. Okay, so I didn't shut down my machine. That's the reason everything is up and running from yesterday's session. Okay, so let's try to prepare a image. First we need to prepare an image for your lead app application. Okay, so I'm just going to create a directory called lead app. Okay, get into the lead app and try to open a Docker file. Okay, or we'll do one thing, we'll try to copy the other one instead of writing everything from scratch. Docker file, we'll try to update this from CentOS latest. Okay, let's take the CentOS only, guys. Okay, and okay, myself and run. Now this time I don't want the HTTP. Okay, what I want is I want the Tomcat. So how do you set up a Tomcat in a Linux machine? Okay, we'll do it all one by one. Just remove for right now. Okay, so if you remember, setting up a Tomcat, before Tomcat, okay, the prerequisite for your application server is you have to note down everything, then only you can prepare an image. Okay, so first, to run your lead app, okay, lead app war file, you would need a Tomcat. Okay, to run a Tomcat you would need a JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So you have to come from like bottom to up now. So you need to write a image Docker file from bottom to top. Okay, first you have to write it for first you have to install the JVM, then Tomcat, then you deploy the WAR file. So let's try to install the Java. Okay, so to install the Java you would need the jar file, right? Oh sorry, the JDK tar file. Okay, so the JDK tar file you can find from the internet, but I think I have noted somewhere in my document, guys, because this already tried that. Instead of searching again and struggling with the errors, I've tried this. Okay, wget. So this is what, can you see this JDK 7? JDK 7 is downloading the tar file. Okay, tg8 file. You can download this. Okay, or if you want, we can. Okay, I think with JDK 7 it is throwing some error, right? So let's try to download the JDK 8. Download JDK 8 for CentOS 64-bit. Okay, download. Okay, somewhere I found this. So which one it is, guys? JDK 8. Yeah, it's a JDK 8. Copy this line. Seems to be such a big line. Okay, this is a JDK 8. So what we can do, we can run this command. Okay, but to run this, do you think you have a wget command installed in your VM? It's a very lightweight VM. It doesn't have the special commands wget kind of stuff. Okay, so first of all we have to install the wget. Okay, so let's try to install the wget. You might need sudo yum install -y wget. This will install the wget first. Okay, so nothing but we have to first run the wget command. Okay, so copy the yum install wget. Okay, now go back here and put that first wget, install the wget, then wget command to download that. Okay, so once you downloaded this, tar -zxvf. Okay, what is the the tg8 name? This was your tg8 name. Okay, Control C, Control V. Okay, you extract that. Okay, once it is extracted, you can see what was the extracted one. So he is doing the extracting. So once it is extracted, is he doing anything else? He's performing a lot of stuff, but I don't think all these things are not required for us. We just have to set the Java home, guys. That's it. Okay, so this should be fine enough. Export path. Okay, so once your tar file is extracted, okay, what you're supposed to do, you have to set up the Java home. Okay, so to set up the Java home, you should know where exactly your JDK is there. So it is 1.8, right? So mostly if you extract this, okay, it should be 1.8 dot what is the path, guys? Just check it out. What directory it will extract? 1.8.0 underscore 121 underscore 121. Yeah, this is what it will create it, and this is going to be a Java home, and you try to update your path variable as well. Okay, that's it. And every line, when you are when you are performing the commands, right? Okay, you just have a backslash and enter and put a double ampersand. Okay, so this will do one by one, and same thing with for your wget as well. Okay, okay, here. Okay, so okay, so this will finish your JDK setup. Okay, Java setup. So once the Java setup is done, we have to set up the Tomcat. Okay, so now again, wget, you need to get the Tomcat, guys. Apache, leave this aside. Apache Tomcat 7 download. Where is the Tomcat 7 download? It is download 7. Okay, come down a bit. Can you see tar file? Copy the tar file and wget. Okay, you download the tar file. So once you download the tar file, and okay, then you have to extract that tar minus zxvf. Try to extract that. Okay, that will create Apache Tomcat 7075 directory. Okay, and once it is created, go here. Okay, so this creates a tar file. The next step is to start your Tomcat. Okay, so once you start your Tomcat, then you have to deploy your application now. Those will see later. Let's try to spin up our image with the help of all these details and see whether it works fine or not. Okay, come back to your VI Docker file at run. Okay, you put all those things what you prepared there. Okay, right, now this will extract your Tomcat. So at the last line, in order to put backslash, the reason it is you're going to finish it off this run statement. So within single run, it is performing all this stuff. Okay, right, this is what run. Okay, now once run is done, then now you need to start your Tomcat. Okay, before starting your Tomcat, what you can do it, add, okay, dot slash leadapp.war file. So what exactly add will do it? It will copy the leadapp.war file from your current directory to the location where you wanted to the Apache Tomcat web apps location. So let's try to put this in Apache Tomcat web apps location. So this is going to be web apps. This is how it will extract, guys. If you want, we can check it out how it is extracting. wget. This is a small one. We can download and we can check it out. Now look, I'm just checking it out over here. If you extract, how it will create the folder structure, because whatever it is doing in the inside a container, we have to imagine in a form of steps and we have to put it in a Docker file, so that while building the Tomcat container, Tomcat image, while building the image, right, it perform all these steps in the backend. Okay, tar minus xvf Apache Tomcat. Okay, it is not creating the directory, so nothing but. So what we can do it, this double directory is not required. Right, so it will copy the leadapp.war inside the web apps with the name leadapp.war. Okay, so that's what add will do it. Okay, once add is done, then finally you have to start your Tomcat. Okay, so let's try to start the Tomcat with entry point command. Okay, so in entry point command, what you can do it, you can run sh command. This is what your Tomcat path, right? Typically the Tomcat startup will be there over here. Startup.sh. This will start your Tomcat. Okay, so before running that, you try to expose your port. On which port your Tomcat will open? It opens on 8080 port. Okay, so that's it, guys. Let's spin up the image. Okay, so what is the command to spin up? Sudo docker build. Okay, so build will build your image now. Okay, and now while building it, -t, you need to give a name to your image. Okay, let me give a name called lead app UI. Okay, and first version. I'm just giving some name, lead app UI first version, and dot, nothing but it just is a valid repository tag. Any syntax error, guys? -t, look at yesterday's one. Build -t Apache 1.0 dot. That's what I gave it. Remove all this stuff. RM-1 Apache. Okay. Lead up 1.0. Sudo docker build is not a valid repository. Sudo docker images. Dockerfile. Lead app latest for -t is not a valid repository tag. Invalid argument. Not that. That's the same command which you ran it yesterday. Let's try to build the Apache. Again, one more time. Sudo. It is successfully built. Oh, there shouldn't be any kind of a capital letters in your image name. Strange. Can you see this? If I give lead app, just in everything in small letters, it is working. So whatever you did it in the commands, everything it is executing it, guys. Okay. So it is trying to download the JVM first, the JDK first, and once it is downloaded JDK, it will set up the Java home, and then once that is done, it will set up your Tomcat. Wait for this image to be completed. It will fail for sure. The reason, we missed one step. The leadapp.war file, we didn't copy it to the Dockerfile location. Okay, so while it is going on, we'll try to like copy the leadapp.war, leadapp dest. So lib, the war file is here. Okay, git bash scp leadapp.war file vagrant at the date 192.168.0.227 : that's what it is, right? Come on, to to the least known host permanently added. The problem with this is it is not connecting with SSH port. Okay, we can do one thing here. 192.168.33.10. Anyone remember what is our Jenkins port? 8080 or something else? Okay, it is failed. The reason, oh, okay, this is saved as this file. Copy, where Docker file. Can you see it's wrong? We missed something. The actual file name is JDK. Okay, so we'll fix that lead app bar file stuff as well. Anyone remember on which port our Jenkins was running? Anyone? I forgot the port number. 33.10 is the machine I remember. Projecting a CA pipeline. Okay, let me try to launch that. 192.168.33.10. Seems my machine is not up. Okay. DevOps Linux underscore VM Argent up. Come on, quick. Okay. Vagrant SSH. PS-AF grab Java. Port number 88. Okay, now let's see. Jenkins should be up and running on this port. Okay, so what is our build? Project 1. Okay, I have a Wi-Fi here. Just try to copy this hyperlink. Go to your this one, wget, paste, du minus. Okay, 5.1 MB, almost. Yeah, you got a WAR file. So leadapp.war file is there here in the current directory. Now let's try to spin up the Docker image. Sorry, I spinned up the wrong one. Lead app. Okay. It's almost going to finish. Done. It is extracting now the right JDK. Good. It will fail, I think. The Java home path, I'm not sure whether it is correct or not. Okay, Tomcat, it is downloading now. Let's see. Tomcat is extracting. Nice. Now it should add a leadapp.war file inside the web apps. Okay, adding the war file inside the web apps. Yes. Exposing port 80. Unknown instruction. Okay. It seems to be the entry point is not working. I think this is wrong syntax. So let's try to correct the entry point one. Instead of, okay, we should give a space here actually. But anyway, let me check the syntax of entry point, guys. Anywhere entry point is there. Okay, here it is. sh tail minus f. Copy this. Okay, done. Now we spin it up again. It won't take much time now. Okay, this is done because it's already it created the base image for the step 2, step 3 with everything. So control L sudo docker images. Can you see our lead app image? Yes, here is my lead app image. Okay, now we need to run this image. Sudo docker run -d in a detached mode, -name equal to, you want to give some name to your lead app, right? Lead app UI. Okay, to your container. This is a name to your container. Okay, and what is your image name? Lead app colon 1.0. Okay, that's it, right? Sudo docker ps. Is it started, guys? Lead app? Yes, up 3 seconds ago. Can you see it is up and running? But actually we did a wrong thing. We need to open a port to external world as well, so that we didn't do it. So let's try to stop this container. Sudo docker stop. Can you see this? Copy, paste, stop this container. And try to delete the container. We'll create another one. Okay, now you run this. So before running this, we can give a port. Okay, like internally it is 8080. Now externally I want to expose to, like, 5060. Some port you can give it, okay, but internally it is 8080. Okay, -p 5060 8080. Let's run this now. Yes, it's up and running. If you want, you can check it out. Sudo docker ps. Okay, so see, external it is 5060, internal it is 8080. So we should be able to access this one with 5060 from external. 192.168.0.227. What is it? 5060. In 5060 you should be able to access the Tomcat, guys. No, so something wrong. Okay, so if it is not working, nothing but maybe your Tomcat is not running. To cross check whether it is running properly or not, what you can do, you can get into your container. So I hope you guys remember what is the command to get into the container. Attach, docker attach, and take the container ID, paste. You are getting into the inside the container now. Okay, this not work, because to get into the container, what is happening, it is just going into infinite loop while block you put it there. Okay, you didn't put any kind of what do you call, bash like any kind of a bash prompt. You didn't allow to, like, run it. So this will not allow you to get into the your container. So what we will do, we will run our container in a different way. Okay, so I'll try to stop this. This is a big problem. Control PQ, it is not exiting. I tried this earlier. Control PQ. The only way is, guys, open a new one. This git bash. DevOps cd. What is the machine name? Docker. Docker host. Okay. Vagrant SSH. Okay, now sudo docker ps. So let's try to stop this container. Okay, close this, open this, sudo stop, so docker stop, delete the container. Okay, now before running this, try to open your Docker file. Where am I? Get into the lead app. Oops. Lead app. Docker file. So expose port 8080 entry sh. Okay. Let's call this as cmd command sh startup.sh and remove this. Control build sudo docker build -t lead app :1.0. Okay, so let's try to run this. Sudo docker run -it lead app :1.0. Okay, neither the Java home nor the GRE environment variable is defined. This is the issue. Okay, so it is having an issue, like, it is unable to set the Java environment variable. Okay, now what we can do it, this Java home part, we can make use of an environment variable. Instead of, like, exporting like this, we can have env. Okay, there is another variable called env. So what you can do it, you can create java underscore home equal to whatever the path you have it. Okay, slash jdk this path, copy, paste. This is what your java home now. Okay, uh, let's see now. Now you need to build it again. Right, good. So let's try to run now. Okay, now it says Tomcat has been successfully started. Okay, sudo docker ps -a. Okay, so it is started but it is exited. I hope you know, like, once it has been started, it will just come out. Coming out nothing but the Tomcat container will have exited. So to keep it live running, right, what you are supposed to do it, at the end, I think we can do it from command prompt as well. Okay, you can give us some sort of an infinite loop, this, so that the container will be up and running. Okay, now build the container again. Okay, now run it. I choose an interactive, control shift P. I would have given -d, guys, it's wrong. -t nothing but interactive, so it will show you the container in front of you, so it is not in a detachable mode. So we should run the container in detachable mode. It gone to the same state, sorry. Git bash. DevOps localhost vagrant ssh. Lead app vi docker. Okay, this is fine. Only thing is, while running sudo docker ps sudo docker stop this container. Okay, if I stop, can you see this? It released here. Okay, so we can work directly over here. Now instead of running interactive mode, try to run it in a detachable mode. Okay, so that it will just come out. See, it come out to your prompt. Now you check it out, sudo docker ps. Okay, so it is running in the backend, so it's up and running. And okay, we did one more mistake, we didn't give a port number, guys. Let's try to stop it again. Sudo docker stop, take the container id, stop this, paste, remove the container. We'll try to create another one. Now where is the run? This is what the run command, right? Now let's try to provide the port. I want to execute 5060 colon 8080, and also I wanted to give a name to my container, which is lead app UI. Right, now you can check it out, sudo docker ps. You can see 5060 and the container name is lead app UI and this word ID. So let's check it out whether we could able to access 5060. It should open a Tomcat page. Yes, can you see the Tomcat page now? So the container is running the Tomcat. Now let's see whether it is really deployed the lead app or not. So if it is really deployed the lead app, you should be able to see, like, lead app. right? Can you see the lead app is up and running with your container? Now this has been deployed in your container. So this part won't work, guys. User.java chap. The reason it won't work because we didn't set up the backend yet. Okay. So once you set up the backend, so that's the reason you are getting a JDBC exception, Java database connection exceptions. Okay. So once the database is ready, then it can connect properly. So any questions still here, guys? How we set up this UI container? So this is what the file which you need to write actually. Any query still here? Guys, did you able to follow? Can you understand?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So let's proceed with the backend part, guys. Okay. Now come out from this directory and create a new directory. Lead app SQL. Okay, let's call it as a DB. Get into the lead app DB. Same stuff. You just have to record all your instructions how you do it in a Linux machine in a Docker file. Okay. So let's do one by one all of them. Okay. So cp, I'll copy the Docker file from the other one. Open the Docker file. So let's use CentOS only. Okay. Or if you want whatever you want to do, you can use it. Okay. So before updating this, let's try to install the MySQL on the host machine. Okay. And we'll get all those commands. That commands you can add it in your Docker file. Okay. Let's do that. Sudo yum install -y MySQL server. No package available. Okay. Why? Maybe you are wrong. Let's Google it. Install MySQL server and CentOS. Same thing you have to do it, guys, for whatever the software they give it. Explore. It's only like, you should have a good searching skills in Google. That's it. Okay. So let's see. Sudo yum install. Okay. Where is installing MySQL community server? It says unavailable. Can I get MySQL server TGJ? Can I see for Linux? This is for Windows. I want it for Linux. Red Hat is the same one. Okay, we can go for Linux generic. We want 64-bit one. Which one is 64-bit? Okay, it is generic 2.6. What is our mission? Uname -a. Can we see 2.6 or 2.2? Let's check it out. Oh my god, it's 183 MB, guys. It's very huge. I don't want such a big one. Let's go for a little bit older one. Only this one. Okay, Linux generic 2.6. RPM package. This seems to be a package. Does it work out? Let's see. Copy link address. Duplicate. Try to download this. It didn't download it. No. Click on this. Will it download? Okay. It is again asking for sign up. No thanks. Just start my download. This hyperlink we can give it, I think. Copy link address. Duplicate. Paste. Yeah. Once RPM file is there, how do we install? Sudo rpm-i MySQL. No guys, this is not the right way of doing it actually. Let's install with the yum itself. Yum is the right one actually. We already installed in other VMs, right? Uh, MySQL Server installation on CentOS 7. Let's be specific about the OS. How to install MySQL on CentOS 7. This guy is also doing the same stuff. This adds two MySQL yum repositories. Now it is installing. Let's note down these commands because we have to record them in the Docker container, right? This is the last command. Before that, this is the one. Before that, this is the one. I'm installing some random version guys, but in real-time environment they may ask you some specific version, so be careful. So try to search for the right versions. Okay. Let it go on. Okay. To start your MySQL, sudo systemctl. Right. To check the status, it's running. Okay. So let's record these commands. sudo is not required because we will be running with the root user only over there. Okay. Percent. And you would need the wget to be installed as usual. 10%. Okay, so with this we will finish the SQL Server installation, but we are not done with uh, completely, right? Let's see first this part. Docker file, come back here, remove this stuff. Run. It's just for alignment, nothing else. But actually you shouldn't start in the beginning. Once you install, you just leave it. The starting should be done at the end with the command. Okay. Right. Not port 8080, guys. Typically it opens 3306, the SQL Server. Okay, let's spin up this Docker image first for any errors and all. Docker build -d my, let's call it as a lead app db :1.0 dot Docker spelling mistake. Wait for a while. So this does all the stuff what we did it in our machine right now. Okay, so just give it some time, and meanwhile let me Google for, like, how to create user. Okay, because we need to deploy a SQL file, right? So for that, this guy seems to be nice. DigitalOcean guys are really good actually in instructions. You can see the DigitalOcean company, they have n number of documents, nice documents. Okay, this is enough for us for installation. MySQL. This is cool. We can run the command, but to run this we have to start the Docker container. It will not work, right? Let me see how these guys are written, the Docker file. They are creating a user grant all on some user. Okay. Oh, they are starting in the backend. User has been MySQL D. Okay. let's see how it goes. Is it done? Okay, seems to be some error. The error is docker file. Yeah, I know the error. We missed the hyphen y option here. So anyway, we are running second time, right? So what I will do it, let us start. We can run a command. We can run one more. In run, paste this MySQL -u root grant all on this. Okay, let's build now. Let it go on. Let me look for how these guys are executing creating the users. There are some pre-built containers are there, but let's not use them. If you use that, you can directly get everything, the installed MySQL server. But let's try to prepare by our own, installing the MySQL server as well. Docker run. Okay, where are we? It's still going on, guys. Let it go on. This guy is doing on apt get Ubuntu. Not much useful for us. Creating a MySQL Docker container. This guy seems to be good. Okay, this again Ubuntu, from Ubuntu. Anyway, whether it is Ubuntu or CentOS doesn't matter for MySQL server once it is installed. So till here we could able to successfully do it. Okay, expose port and we start it. But what we want is we want to create accounts. So yeah, this is what I'm looking. So you start it, run in the background, sleep for 10 seconds. Okay, and grant all. Okay, this we can try it out, guys. Sleep 10 seconds and echo grant all admin identified by change me. Okay, why change me? Let's see. Okay, this seems to be done, but the last command failed to get D bus connection operation not permitted. can't connect to the local MySQL server through sockets. Okay, wait, Docker Hub. What I wanted to do it, first of all, commented out this. Comment out this. Build the Docker. Okay. Now I wanted to run this Docker. It will not run the MySQL guys for sure. But what I wanted to do in a detached mode. In detached mode, lead app db. I wanted to open bin bash. Okay. Sudo docker ps. Is it running now? No. ps hyphen e. It is exited. It is not running. Docker. Why it is stopping? Sudo docker attach sudo docker exec bin bash. Okay, now I'm inside this container, guys. Let's see. It is which container I'm there? Why did I download Tomcat and all? Sorry, I'm inside the lead app. Actually, it's wrong. I should get into the DB. Okay. Yes, I was surprised why I have Tomcat and all. So this is what RPM. I'm inside the container. Let me check whether all the commands. How do we start in the container itself instead of like experimenting outside? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to start the MySQL server with this command. Let's see whether this command really works or not. This is not working. See, failed to get dbus connection. This is what the error we are getting while trying to build the image. Okay, so let's check it out. Maybe it is unable to find systemctl or bin systemctl. Okay, start MySQL D. Now let's search this error, why it is not able to start. What is the time, guys? 7. Okay, I don't think it is not going to finish, because we need to explore this and fix it. Why I'm getting this? You might be thinking, why didn't we get that error in our local machine? Okay, because the reason it is the container images, CentOS images which you get it, which are very lightweight images. You don't get the all the OS capabilities. Okay, so there might be some change. I have managed to fix this issue in a CentOS 7 Docker container. I followed mainly this guide. Okay, so but only thing is this guy is downloading the CentOS 7 and container Docker run. Now build the image and run it using at least the following arguments. Failed to get dbus connection. Operation timed out. What could be the error? When I do this, it works. When I do this, this works. Okay, busctl system. What is this? No. When busctl system. Failed to connect to the bus. No such file or directory. This post also claims it possible to run with the Docker. I was able to get the system D. Okay, I don't want to get into more about this extra diagnosing this error, guys. So what I will do, the final attempt I will do, spin it up from a different VM. So it was CentOS latest, right? Instead of that, let's choose CentOS 7. Okay, and see what happens. Otherwise, I'll just stop for the session. If it doesn't work, I'll explore a bit, but I'll take some time, and once I get the solution, I'll provide you the Docker file. Let's build this with 7. Seems to be 7 and the latest both are same. Okay, so otherwise it is not so quick, guys. Okay, because to now if it is a different image, it takes more time. Okay, it is failing. Okay, run. Now try to run this command. Same error. Okay, so let's leave it for here. It's already time for you, 9/7. Okay, so we just left with Lida backend Docker file. Once this is done, I'll try to show you the MySQL will come up, and your lead app UI application is there, right? Whatever you spinned up here, the UI, this will connect to your backend. Okay, and once you both images are ready, okay, we will push those both images to the Docker repository here. Okay, so once we push to the Docker repository, what we will do it, we can make use of Chef or any other scripting, whatever, Jenkins. Okay, we can deploy these images from Docker Hub to those actual servers. Okay, so that what will happen, to spin up the instances over there, or if you want, you can host it on a same machine as well. There is no problem at all. Okay, so all that stuff we need to integrate in the Jenkins. So integrating in Jenkins nothing, guys, running the commands. Okay, so when you're installing it, right, the commands you need to remember, your destination servers must and should have a Docker engine, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so your destination servers, like if you look at the architecture, what you're talking about, so this is what your build server, assume these two are your destination servers, and this is what your environment. Okay, every destination server must and should install Docker engine, otherwise the containers are not going to work out. Docker engine. Okay, then what you do it, you deploy the containers into these servers. Okay, and you spin up, and this is what your Docker Hub. Okay, and this is what your workstation or build machine, whatever. Okay, so from here what you do it, you push your images from your build machine. Okay, and when you're trying to deploy it with the help of Chef for scripting and all, what you do it here, in your destination servers, you have to run a couple of commands. Those commands are docker pull, okay, and docker run. That's it. And same thing over here, docker pull and docker run. You need to provide the pull inputs. Okay, so here docker pull, what do you do it, you have to provide the lead app, you have to provide your Docker account name. Okay, Chiranjeevi Patel, lead app, colon, or node 0, something like that. Then you run it. So this is pending. It's a pretty easy one. So once you have images are ready, right, running them is nothing, just pull it and run it. Okay, so if you could able to run that, we are pretty much done with the Docker, guys. Okay, so this stuff, whatever, I left it out now. Okay, the MySQL stuff and running the containers in a different nodes, okay, with the help of the Jenkins, I'll show it in the next session. So most probably I'll try to wind up in the next session, guys. Okay, so any questions in today's session? Any queries? Mahendra, Shashi, Vamshi? Yeah, Vamshi.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's all
yeah,
like installation, right?
can you come again?
It's all like installation and practice.
It's mostly installation. So if you know how to play around with the Linux machine, you can do all this stuff. Okay.
Mm.
So you see, everything is only for the deployment and, like, making your work faster. But while making your work faster, you have to learn so many technologies and commands and that architectures and all, so that it makes see, especially these technologies are not for lead app kind of a small application. These are especially for the very complex hybrid applications where you have, like, n number of services, like 1,000 services and 10,000 servers. So for those kind of big systems, this will work, everything automation. For small things, it will not be useful for you. Okay, you can directly deploy a war file through manager console and all. Okay, but we are trying to, like, making use of the for a small application, so that you can use it for a bigger application as well. Okay, so that's it, guys. So what we'll do, shall we have a session tomorrow or day after tomorrow? Only one session is left, guys. You decide when do you want me to take it, tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Take it tomorrow better.
Okay, fine. So what I will do, I'll inform you guys tomorrow morning or evening. I'll give me some time, I'll inform to you. So we'll meet up tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you all, see you.